5 healthy habits to live by. This is from Harvard. Those who practice healthy habits at age 50 live more years from free chronic diseases, or free of chronic diseases. It says maintaining 5 healthy habits, eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, keeping a healthy body weight, not drinking too much alcohol, and not smoking at middle age may increase years lived free of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer, according to a new study led by Harvard. The study was published online Wednesday in the British Medical Journal. It is a follow-up and extension of a 2018 study which found that following these habits increased overall life expectancy. Now listen to this real closely. Previous studies have found that following a healthy lifestyle improves overall life expectancy and reduces risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. But few studies have looked at the effects of lifestyle factors of life expectancy free from these diseases. This study provides strong evidence that following a healthy lifestyle can substantially extend the years a person lives disease-free. The researchers looked at 34 years of data from 73,196 women and 28 years of data from 38,366 men participating in, respectively, the Nurses' Health Study and Health Professional Follow-Up Study. Healthy diet was defined as a high score on the Alternative Healthy Eating Index, regular exercise of at least 30 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous activity, healthy weight as a body mass index of 18.5 to 24.9, and moderate alcohol intake of up to 1 serving a day for women, 2 for men. They found that women who practiced 4 or 5 of the healthy habits at age 50 lived an average of 34.4 more years free of diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and cancer, compared to 23.7 healthy years among women who practiced none of these healthy habits. So literally 11 years longer. Men practicing 4 or 5 of these healthy habits at age 50 lived 31.1 years free of chronic disease, compared to 23.5 years among men who practiced none. Men who were current heavy smokers and men and women with obesity had the lowest disease-free expectancy. Given the high cost of chronic disease treatment, public policies to promote healthy lifestyle by improving food and physical environments would help to reduce healthcare costs and improve quality of life. No kidding. But that's not what's being pushed. All you got to do is watch TV. Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, all over the freaking TV. Because people don't have the willpower to stick on a diet. These are chronic diseases we're talking about here. Taking a drug doesn't get rid of a chronic disease. Taking a drug manages the symptoms of a chronic disease, doesn't get rid of it. And those medications, which are designed for diabetics, you still have to diet. And more recently, since it's all coming to a standstill, these people are taking this medication, it's making them lose 20, 25 pounds, and all of a sudden it comes to a standstill, stops. No more. No more. Then they start to panic. What do people panic? What do they do when they panic? They become desperate. So figure, well, this helped me lose 20, 25 pounds. Maybe I'll take more. So what's happening is you're seeing more and more people showing up in the emergency room at hospitals from taking too much of the drug. An accidental overdose, they call it. An accidental overdose? Really? That's a deliberate overdose of desperation. And with that, let's go to my good friend, Dr. Scott Mitchell. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good, Lance. How you doing?
Chronic disease, inflammation, lifestyle, all tied together, Doc, all tied together. And I know in your practice, I'm sure you see it as much as I do.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to look anywhere and you'll see it. It's just kind of the sad, standard American diet. It causes inflammation, and then we just don't do the right things to combat it. Like you're just saying, drugs like Ozempic, and, people just want a miracle. And, I mean, it's sad too, because a lot of people are overweight and they try, and sometimes they fail, but they're not failing. They're just kind of not listening to their body and doing what's right by their body. And that's where people like you and myself come in, is teach them the correct exercise, how to eat correctly for their body type, and make sure they get enough, protein, real food, this plant-based crap that they're trying to push on us. We should be eating real food.
Exactly it. On my cheat meal, once in a while, my wife likes to have a hamburger, see? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'll have 2 cheat meals a week. She's like, we got to do whatever we call it is, Jack in the Box. I go, all right, sure. Okay, so I go through the drive-through, and they had that stupid fake burger on there. And I asked the guy,
there's more ingredients than that.
I asked the guy, I said, do you sell many of those? He goes, nope. He said, It smells terrible. I said, yeah, there's people out there trying to make it taste like meat when they don't want to eat meat. So they take all this stuff and all the additives to it. All right, and you have nothing but junk, processed food.
No, I love it. Good meme out there. Just a picture of the Impossible Burger, and this is a long list of ingredients, and the regular burger is just beef.
Yes,
but a good organic grass-fed beef is so good for you.
Exactly,
and it's anti-inflammatory.
Exactly. So when you look at inflammation, when you were in school, what did they tell you to do to treat it?
Well,
because I know your field is inflammation. You deal with inflammation every day.
Yes. They teach us more the natural approach, enzymes, digestive enzymes, whether they're digestive enzymes or a systemic enzyme, both have the same effect of helping decrease inflammation more naturally. Bromeline's a good example. Bromelain comes from pineapple. But then also just, everybody's different as far as their diet's concerned. And sometimes you just got to listen to your body. Like if you just ate a bunch of gluten and you look like you're pregnant, then you probably have a gluten problem, and it's probably causing a lot of inflammation in your body. Just other things like sugar, just a lot of those foods just cause a lot of inflammation. And if you want to make any chronic disease and illness worse fast, be inflamed. People ask about arthritis. That's a chronic disease too. That causes people to lose their joint mobility,
right.
Decrease quality of life, and that's very preventable by decreasing inflammation and keeping our joints moving correctly.
Right, and that's where chiropractic comes in. Because, I come to see you once a month. It's not because I'm aching in pain. It's I keep things in working order so I don't ache in pain, which is critical.
Exactly.
People don't realize how important that is. So,
and all it takes is about 72 hours to start degenerating as far as joints go.
Yeah.
And it's a feed-forward mechanism as far as our arthritis and inflammation. I mean, yes, we need some inflammation when we're healing, but when we're chronic inflamed, that's when we have a lot of problems. That's what causes cardiovascular disease and number 1 killer of Americans. And it's not cholesterol. Shocker there. It's more of a inflammation and inflammatory process in our body and oxidative stress.